Gotta switch my dial up. Every once in a while, it just gets stagnant, and I'm feeling that right now. Here, how do I switch this over in one sec? There she blows. Okay, there we go. So you're gonna see, I got a lot of stuff out here. I would love to move this back further so I can get more. Here, one sec. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, nice. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. Whew. It's overwhelming. I hate doing this. If anyone knows, you know my pictures all look so similar because I hate switching up my dial. Once I have a nice dial set up, I just want to like let it chill. But I want to do like a pretty big overhaul, I guess, with this, just to have something a little different going on here. Let me get another light going just so it's easier to see. I know I have another light pack around here. One sec, where is that? Who's it? Anyone in here? Oh, nice, dude, sick. Nice and zero people. My favorite. It's always fun when no one comes to party, dude. I'm gonna put on a, just gonna put on a little King of the Hill back here. Just tuck that away. A little audio up in this. Oh wait, there's someone in here. All right, let's. Oh God. All right, time to change the dioski. All right, let's get. I'm looking for my other freaking charge pack. What's up, yo? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Get out of the way. All right, so generally speaking, I'm gonna definitely probably do something city based. I do though have a whole like tech setup I could do. The thing is with tech setups, it's yeah, the tech setup is cool. It's just not as versatile, and I just don't want to swap back. But like, there are just some different things you can do with a tech setup versus a non-tech setup. Ugh, it's overwhelming to be honest with you. Just looking at this, I gotta just start. I'm gonna go get a bag to just throw this stuff in. You know what? I'm gonna grab a box here. Oi, oi, oi. All right, all right. So let me do this. Let me get all the accessories. I gotta organize all this. You know me. I put all my stuff in bags. I like it clean. This is a total mess right now. All stressful type. Here we go. I'm not gonna throw any of my figures. I'm really careful with my figures. That's why they stay in good shape. Let's get all these little props and accessories out of the way here. All right. So I'm gonna separate this between like actual like toy stuff and then actual like Dio accessories. It's easier that way. Here we go. Like the mice and stuff. I think that falls more into that's gonna be in the Dio on the next one too. Here. And then for that stuff, let's see. Here we go. So I'm gonna use this for like the figure, for like the Dio stuff, like the crates and the mice. And like these. Here we go. There's, there's so much stuff. Again, this is overwhelming for me, so I just wanted to put this on live. all the little newspaper scraps. This. I also got a whole bunch of fun stuff I want to go through and unbox this evening, so I just want to blast through this as fast and so far as I humanly can. So much stuff. Okay. I'm also going to put all the shrubbery. I like the shrubbery. I don't know what you guys think about it. I just think it adds a lot. I think it gives it a cool little like grassy look. All right, there we go. Anyone in here? Oh, nice, dude. There's one person in here. I don't know who it is. All right, let me move my camera. Get that out of the way. All right, these figures. Let me get these out of the way. Dude, Sexy Ice 2019 for the win, though. They are on it this year. If anyone has any, you already know. You already know. All right, let's get these out of the way. All right, let's see. Let's see. It's always a good opportunity if you guys, if you're a collector, at least for me anyway, my stuff will eventually kind of stack up, pile up. And it feels good to have a fresh start. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let's see. Get this out of the way. All right. I'm also going to get some paper towels. Dude, there's so much stuff. Oh my God. All right, let's get these out of the way. Get that. Oh. All right, let's get all these out of the way. Put that in there. Hi. 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 Y'all want to watch some King of the Hill with me? That's what I'm doing right now. Watching some Bobby, King of the Hill. All right, let's get this stuff cleaned up. Complete Gaia overhaul. And we still got no one in here. Hell yeah, dude. Love it. Love it, dude. So this is cardboard, but I have coated this with like a clear sealant, so I'm not afraid to spray it on. Oops. Well, there goes the iPad ski. I'm gonna move that right over here. Nice. It smells so good. Here we go. Anyone plays Night Rain as well, hit me up. I just got it. It's scary. It's hard as hell. I'm pretty good at video games, but Elden Ring is completely different than video games. It's a whole other thing. Oops. Let's get all this cleaned up. I'm surprised this isn't as like dusty. I do try to be cautious with the dust in this room. It's really not bad. All right, let's see. Okay, much better. Nice. So much cleaner. Let's get a good little spray over here. What the hell? There we go. There we go. Okay. Now I gotta move that whole top part. Fun. Fun in the sun, dude. Caribbean rum. What's up, guys? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna be moving all this stuff. Here we go. Again, if anyone's just popping in now, things get stagnant, and I just want to kind of switch up the Dio setup, dude. It's like I'm a little bored. Not bored. It's not the right word. But I just have a lot of stuff, and I'm just being lazy by not opening it up. A little chop ski. A little chop skewy, dude. If anyone has this, map the face. It goes a long way. It looks like a figure arts now. It's a little cheap boy. or whatever chopper is, a girl, boy. Now I need to get him though with that new outfit for that new loop. Is this where the camera is right here? Can't even see. Figure Grail sent me all this stuff, guys. If you don't give him a follow, great stuff. He when he lists in stock, it means it's at his U.S. distribution. He is based overseas, but he has like I think his brother, like Montana. So if you're in LA, you get it like 2 days, 2 to 3 days, depending on if he ships it earlier or later. So it's pretty good. Highly recommend Figure Grail. Worked with them for a while now. Really cool company to work with, easy to work with, which is cool to me. Easy is cool. Easy breezy cover girl, baby. All right, Dark Magician setup. I need to shoot this coin more. I thought I took some pretty cool pics of the Dark Magician. If I'm gonna toot my own horn. All right, we're almost deconstructed. Here we go. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. We're almost there. Yellow. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Who's in here? Anyone that I know? One sec. Let me see. What's up, babies? Let me see. Oh, there's no messages on here? Yeah. Oh, one sec. Who's in here? Does this show me on my side? Do I get to know that? Or no? No? What is that button? Highlight, save to your channel as unlisted video after last. Wait, at least 1 minute of video is needed to start a highlight. Oh, I don't mean to do that. What the hell? Yo, anyone here? Someone comment. I'm just doing my dial over. Someone comment. Here. Okay, let's see. All right, let's do it. Extreme set. Use code Gomez for, I want to say free shipping, maybe, which is pretty sweet. Highly recommend it. These are great, yo. Also, if you spray this with some matte, it goes a long way. These get dusty though, just like everything else. So, why wipe these down? Even though they're cardboard, they are like coated. Honestly, they're a little too coated. They're a little glossy when you get them. So all you do is put on some matte spray. I'm just giving them a quick. Yeah, not too dusty actually. I'm surprised. It's been a while since I moved this around. I was expecting more dust. Let's see this one. I have a lot of these. They were kind enough to send out a bunch. Use Extreme Sets and use code Gomez for like money off shipping, or it's $15 off for free shipping. It's one of those. I don't even know, but use it. Basically, everything you're seeing here is a combo of Extreme Sets, and then my props are from 112 Customs. Instagram, hit me up, Agent Gomez. I'll tag him for you. He makes the crates. Makes the crates. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm making this because people are. It's the number one question I get. Your dioramas. They're not my dioramas. Surprise, surprise. I'm just a man that buys things or gets things from companies like everyone else. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I also put down like black construction paper underneath. That way it fills in so you don't see table everywhere when I shoot pictures. Kind of just fills it all out, absorbs some of that light, which I like doing. Okay, okay, there we go. So far back, dude. It's so far back, dude. Okay, oh my god, that's so far back. All right, all right, let's see. So I think one thing we're gonna do is push that back just a little. This is like one of the things, guys, if you're shooting, is that depth. it goes such a long way in photography. The depth is how you get figures to look like separated from the background. If you shoot very close, it just gives it like kind of a dead look, I think. So I'm always trying to like take it back far. This is, I mean, from where I'll be shooting with my camera to the background, this is like one, two, this is probably 4 feet of depth right there. So it's quite a bit when you're shooting, so you can really give it like a depth in your photos. It just makes everything look better. I can't stress that enough. If you have the option to do so, do so. I think it really helps my photos in general. Again, just make them look more alive. Oh, this is also that NECA. My buddy was moving out of LA. But I think if you use my Big Bad Toy Store link, I believe you'll be able to find it online for a good price. I think it's like 90 bucks retail. I think I paid like 20. All right, the base is made. So now is the now's the hard part. What do we do? What do we do? Here, first, let me straighten this out a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right, let me get back there. This is the process, y'all. Okay. So I'm just debating between going like space for Star Wars or city for like Avengers and stuff. It's just I just have so much more. I really did this because I thought I was gonna do a city, or I was gonna go Star Wars theme, but like I'm just not. I'm probably gonna go in just a reconstructed city, to be honest with you. Just makes so much more sense for how much stuff I have of city. Let me see what I can do with this. So, gonna pop that out here. I'm gonna use this all the way in the background, kind of similar to before, but I think I'm gonna go with this now to kind of just fill out that area a little bit. Actually, before I do that, let's lay down the tracks. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So, alright. So I'm gonna go with one of those. It's probably hard to see it because of the stuff I have in front of it, but that's okay. We'll see it soon. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna put this here. So I'm gonna give it like a smaller, like city setup there. And then if I can kind of like position my camera from this way. So this is like a sidewalk joint. So I'm gonna go like that. Yeah, but see. So like this is one of the things that I don't like about extreme sets is this. So I'm gonna use like props and whatever to kind of hide that a little bit. And then with this, do I want to use that here? Let's see. Maybe I put that out here. Mm, yeah, so also the thing too, what I think of is how easy it is to pose things. These are flat, but like that's actually pretty flat. But a lot of times this isn't going to be as flat as like a table. So keep that in mind when you're posing and whatnot, just so you could have everything like easier to balance or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna put this up here. Let's see if there's anyone else even in here at this point. Let's see what we got. Oh, cool. I don't think anyone. Okay, so this is gonna be like the general setup. What's up, everyone? What up, y'all? Okay, so this is gonna kind of be the base. Let me do this. Let me just put. Here we go. I'm gonna use this. I just threw blue tack on the floor somewhere, and I can't even find it. That was dumb as hell. Jeez Louise. Oh, here it is. Got it. I didn't put it on the floor, thankfully. Okay, here we go. That gives you kind of a good perspective. So, a couple things I want to cover. This top needs to be covered, or it's going to look weird and bright. Like the light just won't kind of sink in the way I like it to. So that's an always, you always have to do that. So I'm going to use the same piece. There we go. So I like to give a little bit of a gap on that corner back there. And this way, this is like balanced pretty well. And then, what the heck? Okay. Okay, so this is going to go here. I just need something right here to balance that up. One second. Oh, help! Help! That's how I feel, dude. That's how I feel sometimes, man. All right, one second. Okay, it's not. Luckily, everything's cleared off, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, this. Oh no, miracle. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. I'm just gonna. It's so close to the right height. Just needs this, and there we go. Now this is gonna be perfect. I can't tell if I'm in frame, but you'll see what this does in one second here. So now, here we go. Actually, I'm just gonna do it a little bit more like that. There we go. So now we're going to create like a top layer here. There we go. I like that. Now this is going to like box in a lot of the light. I do want one thing here to balance that out, which will be uh, a little Citadel paint container. Not heavy enough. I need something slightly heavier. What about this? Yeah, it's good. This is the Blocky's Megatron chair, which before I do that, it is dusty. So let me give that a little spritzy. A little spritzy. Why don't you know? See, I wish every time I shot, I grabbed more accessories. There are people that are just so much less lazy than me when it comes to photography, and their stuff really looks good. I just get lazy, yo. I have a life. Sometimes I don't want to set up everything. Who's in here? Oh, 8 people. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Here we go. Yeah, if anyone doesn't have the SHF My Hero Academia figures, they rock. Okay, so now we have our base, I would say. So now is where we have to start to fill it in. I wish anime figures did better on my page because they're awesome, but it just doesn't seem like my audience is a big fan on here or Instagram or TikTok. It's really Marvel, Marvel Legends, Marvel Mafex, Marvel Darvel, Carvel Ice Cream, basic Harvel ice cream, Marvel stuff, you know? Spider-Man, Spider Jam, Spider Peanut Butter, all that good stuff, you know? Basic pudding and banana Elvis Presley sandwich if you die when he's pooping stuff. So, okay. Now, now we start to fill it in. So, all right. So this big crate, I'm gonna put here, and I'm gonna go for. It's a little big for right there. You know what? I might put this actually. This big crate can kind of be. I'm gonna try to maybe incorporate more of the roof on this dial build and make it like its own little setup because I always want to do that, but I just never do that. One second, let me go grab all these other crates. Here we go. Oh god, that was an accident. Okay, crates. I got animals over here I got to incorporate. Let me grab the rest of those. And then I got a whole box of goodies. 1 second. Here we go. Oh, sorry, everyone. More crates. Okay. Okay. That's good. What's up, everyone? No one's commenting, which is scary. But okay. So here, this is all stuff too I want to integrate. So let's see what this does. Maybe I put this over here. Yeah, let's do that. I for some reason like shoot this way more. So everything I put on the left side I don't tend to use as much. So I'm gonna put a little sticky tack under here, probably on actually 2 of the sides. Here we go. Let's go right there. Who did this come with? Oh, Hush. Hush Batman, but reminds me of something Tobey Maguire Spider-Man would cry on. Oh, actually shit. It's a little visible more than I like it. So I'm gonna have to be more careful. Here we go. Okay, that's decent. Let's see. Okay, cool. You can see it a little bit from down there. Now I want to start to incorporate crates and uh, crates, moss, and newspapers. And I love the newspapers everywhere. In my head, it's just like some apocalyptic kind of thing is going. Oh wait, there's actually a figure in here too. Whoopsies. Okay, now we have fun. So I want to. Ooh, ouch. 1 sec here. Here we go. Okay. So now I want to, like I said, I want to make this top part more of like a little base. So like the figures could actually be seen up there. Also, I want to cover up like this type of look. So my first thought is this. I'm going to go here with this. Here we go. Actually, I need something a little wider because I want to cover up all of that. There we go. Like this is kind of perfect. And I can actually use that with this. 1 second. Okay, so that's not fitting in perfectly, so I'm going to use this. There we go. There we go. Okay, you can kind of see in there, but that looks so much better. So with that, I'm going to also stick a little pigeon up there for aesthetic. Those are the Mezco pigeons. Um, with this right here, I'm going to see if I could slide this newspaper in. Okay, let's see. It's harder than I thought. Let's actually. There we go. Okay, here we go. Cool. That covers up some of the brown. I like that. Now we have a lot of skids. So we have this nice little like tuck area here. I want to uh I want to use that. I want to also put some crates up here, kind of like lining the ceiling. And I put my better looking crates more visible. Just makes sense to me. There we go. Put 2 up there. I'm gonna put a crate over here. Because this is exposing, I'm gonna put a little crate right there, kind of like a little back area here. Now these are extreme sets crates, which I don't love the texture so much, so I'm actually going to try to go all the way back here. There we go. All the way tuck them back deep. Um, these 2 are extreme set crates, so I'm going to actually go. I'm actually going to probably put one in the corner like this, to block all that up, just so it looks a little better. And then with this one over here, I'm probably going to go all the way back here. Okay, there we go. That way it fills in the holes. I can't just look better if you do that. I highly recommend like plugging all the holes up. It just looks better. Now, okay, let's move some of this away. Now, moss style, keep this always has to be a part of the focus. So I want to use the moss like it's pouring over everywhere. That's kind of what I do. I want it to look like an abandoned kind of city vibe. So this is a nice big chunker here. I'm thinking something like here with it, but I need to weigh this down. I don't have much more blue tack, which is a bummer because I need it. Hmm. What can I do? Let me go see if maybe a slight piece of tape would do the trick. Let's see. Let's see. I'm grabbing some tape right now, y'all. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Now you don't need much. I just want to use a little bit to like hold that in place. So I'm gonna do like a little piece like this. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this does anything. Okay, not bad. If you can see that from there, kind of. It kind of is the cutoff of the camera, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use that actually on a couple probably. But over here in this corner here, so again, I want you to be able to kind of see that there's like a spot to hide in case I want someone coming through. So I'm gonna put this here. It's a great spot to stick a newspaper under. Here we go. A big one. It's also gonna fill in some of this black padding background because they don't have enough street to go the whole way through. So I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put a bird over here, just as seems fitting. I'm gonna put this little rat over here, and these are like the fun little things of dios. I kind of like tucking them everywhere. So with this, I'm gonna put another little crate over here, like that, and then I'm thinking, here we go, this Mezco crate here with a trash can, and I'm also gonna stick a newspaper coming out of the bottom of it, so it looks like kind of wind struck. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. This way, I could easily still have a figure kind of posing, like, 1 sec, like behind here a little bit. 1 sec. There we go. He's like, what's going on? And then over here, you got Luffy being like, where is my food? Kind of like that. That's kind of, it's hard to see here. Let me actually move this in for you guys so you can see exactly where I'm coming from. There you go. Kind of like that. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so now I want to incorporate this. This is where a GoPro would be super sick. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So a street lamp, I feel like I've had this in the same place for a while now. I'm gonna move this 100%. Let's maybe move this back here more. Let's ah, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna put that there, and then I'm gonna put a newspaper right around there too. This is as you guys see, it does require some movement. And you can imagine why I don't like doing this often. There we go. So that's like tucked back again. It's these little details I think that make pictures like come to life. Really adds a lot. Also, I have a gap back here, so I'm gonna go like that, fill that in with that. Perfect. And it has a little green feel to it, which I like. Now it's newspaper time and dio time. So okay, so green moss. I'm looking for a big strand of it. Again, we're going to be using that a little bit of tape here, just to 1 sec. Here we go. I'm gonna show I want to watch tonight. If anyone has any suggestions. So I don't know why no one is commenting, but it's crazy rude, brothers. Crazy rude. I'm joking. Okay, so a little bit of tape there. Okay, that was too little bit of tape. That did nothing. Here we go. Let me. One sec. Okay. Okay, so this tape's gonna be the death of me. Here we go. This is gonna work, damn it. Okay. So I want to have a big piece, something like this here. Not as big as I wanted, but it's okay. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. It's okay. So again, I have a gap here, so I want to fill that in with a crate. And this isn't like, I'm not really going to have that area too exposed, but I definitely want it to be filled up. So I'm also going to put one of those in front of it. There we go, tucked in perfectly right there for me. And then this way, if I want to use that area, I can, but I don't need to. So this too, I'm going to put this, another like little scattered zone here. I'm going to put a like a fallen over thing here right at the corner. And again, I'm trying to cover up the bridging between the black and the street dial just to make it look a little more clean. All right, I got another big crate. Like I said, I still want to really build up this area. So it's kind of like a little base back there. I think that looks cool. I want to use more of these crates. So I think I'm going to put maybe, hmm, maybe I go like this. I had a crate right here and like that. Like this is clearly like kind of an alleyway you don't want to run down, kind of like run down. I'm going to put another crate up there, stack it up. I'm going to put a crate over on this side far back so it's not like obstructing view. I'm going to put some of these crates at a frame on top of the diode just to kind of weigh it down. Here we go. Now green moss, I'm going to use a piece of it back here. 1 second. There we go. Not too visible, but it's there. This one I'm actually going to probably here, thinner one. Here we go. I'm going to use this right in between there. There we go. Where Deku is, I'm going to use a little bit of green over top of that back there. Um, I want to use, I want newspapers hanging off of everywhere, so I want to do this. 1 second. And the more you crumple them up, the easier they are to kind of like mold. Here we go. Kind of like that. That looks kind of natural there. Shoot. Next time you guys say, how do you do your dio? And I say, oh, should have watched the live. I'm gonna punch. Here we go. Put that over there. I'm gonna make this actually a very rundown little section right there. There we go. That looks good and green. Um, I feel like this area is going to be like a majority of the site of it all, so I want to kind of put another. There we go. I like that. I think that's a good amount there. So these little crates, now these are like my more versatile crates, so I'll use these in shooting a lot more. I'm gonna put another one right there. And with that, I'm gonna put another little shrub of green right there, overgrown. That's a little bit too big, as a matter of fact. Smaller shrub, like that. There we go. Now, hold up, let's do this. Let's start spreading out newspapers. So I'm gonna go back here, a little on and off the sidewalk, another green shrub. I'm gonna go all the way back there by the street lamp. All right, let's get that organized. So let's get all the green shrubbery stuff. So I'm gonna put another one over here behind this, another crinkled up one. There's this like center point right here where everything kind of meets. I'm gonna fill that in. Uh, Here I have, oh, here we go. I'm gonna fill this in back here with some green. I'm gonna probably go here. 1 second. There we go. More green there. Now it's looking. Now it's looking run down. That's what I want. This crate here, I'm probably gonna put right here, and I'm gonna put a big crate right there, just to kind of show what this is all about. This one I'm gonna put over here. This little crate I'm probably gonna stick over here in a hiding zone. This one I'm gonna stick back here, and again, that's gonna probably be a more versatile crate. Now, I have a couple more pieces of green. Now, some of them you can just kind of sprinkle. I'm gonna throw that back there, hide it. Uh, I said I want to make this kind of like a little hiding zone up there, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna probably put a touch over here because a lot of, like I said, a lot of my photos are gonna take place there. So now let's go here, a lost newspaper. Here, a lost newspaper. Probably one right over here. So now I have like a pretty good view. Now we have rats and pigeons that I also want to do. One other newspaper chunk. I'm just gonna go right under here with it. Slide that one back more. That one on the sidewalk right there. That looks pretty solid. Now, again, this isn't a huge change, I'm not going to lie to you, but I can tell the difference, so it's giving me a little inspiration. So now, to place these guys, I'm going to put a little Pidgey down there. I'm going to put a Pidgey over here. These will fall all the time, but that's what you got to do. I'm going to put a little crow up here from Marvel Legend. I'm going to put a guy over here. I love tucking these things in. I'm going to use a little rat. I'm going to stick the rat. Probably put a rat right over here. Yeah, I have one right there. Screw it. I'll do that. These are a Neko rat. I'll put one over here. Another Mezco pigeon. I'll stick in the back there. A dead rat. I'm going to stick by the trash can. That's kind of infested, which I don't mind that. I don't mind that. It's kind of a cool idea. I'm going to put that there. Now we have a couple more things. We have another flying crow here. I'm going to stick that up here, kind of in the back. I have another piece of green moss, which I'm going to put right back there. Again, this is going to be the main shooting area. So we also have a Buddies from Xander Comics. I'm going to stick that back here, hidden. It's kind of tucked away, but he's there. And yeah, guys, this is how I do it. And this is what we're working with now. Can't wait to shoot pictures on here. Gives it a different feel. This will be the area where I kind of use the stuff I'm going to shoot with here. I'm going to position my light over here. Now I got to just put away a bunch of toys. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.